Hey guys, it's been a while. I'm Kate Motz, functional medicine coach, and used to do my lives on Wednesdays, but I am doing it today because, well, no reason exactly. I just feel like it's been a while and I have some things that I'd like to share with you. Specifically, some things that a lot of my clients are dealing with today that I just thought would be a good idea to address. I'm going to call it the COVID-induced hormonal chaos. So if you're dealing with COVID-induced hormonal chaos or just some stress in your life, this video may be helpful for you. Excessive stress is one of the most significant contributors to health problems today, just in general. And stress is actually associated with some pretty serious health issues. It's associated with, hey Barry, thanks for being here. Stress is associated with increased rates of cardiovascular disease, cancer, autoimmune disease, diabetes. Stress actually causes death. And I take a functional medicine approach to stress management. And while I don't actually believe that we can completely remove stress from our lives, we can definitely learn better ways to manage it more effectively. Hi, Belinda. Thanks for being here. You know, the ability of the body to mount a stress response is absolutely essential. It's essential to human survival, whether you're running from a dangerous situation or you're facing, an opponent in battle. Feels like that happens these days, or you're escaping a riptide. The human body needs that burst of energy that happens when we're feeling stress or when we're feeling like we're in danger. It needs that burst of energy to optimize and maximize the function of our muscles and our brain. So, in these examples, your body's stress response will produce hormones, really important, that will quickly prepare your body to survive by increasing these amounts of hormones such as cortisol, the stress hormone. And cortisol is the one hormone that if we were to be without, we would be unable to survive. And so cortisol is that bittersweet. We need it, but sometimes we have too much of it. And when we're chronically stressed, that's what happens. The body has too much cortisol circulating through the body. And it's a big problem. Studies show that cortisol, or too much cortisol, is the main contributor to a majority of disease in our country today. And, the biggest problem with stress today is that the human body was never programmed to be able to sustain this continual and prolonged, unrelenting stress that we're feeling in our daily lives. And just the overwhelming amount of stress and the way our body responds to it is really wreaking havoc on our health. And if you are like most of the people that I work with, you are probably dealing with a tremendous amount of stress in your life. And it might be the cause of your health struggles, whatever they are, whether it's weight loss resistance, which we talk a lot about here. I'm working with a lot of people that are having migraines on a regular basis or sleep troubles. And stress and what happens with the cortisol that's going on in your body as a result of the stress that you're dealing with could actually be the main cause of these issues. And I would love to help you with this. So my approach to stress starts with functional diagnostic testing. That is, of course, after a conversation that we have. But I want to help you identify whether you are dealing with cortisol levels that are either out of control, meaning you have too much, or maybe they've become unbalanced. Cortisol is supposed to be at its high when you wake up in the morning and then come down slowly throughout the day and be at its lowest at night so that you're tired and then you rest and everything starts all over the next day. So I want to help you take a look at your cortisol and see what those levels look like and what they're doing on a regular basis. It will help you determine part of the root cause for your health issues. Again, whether it's you can't lose the weight, maybe you just know that you're feeling stressed and you're overstressed. A lot of skin issues will happen with too much stress. I mentioned headaches and sleep trouble, but let's figure out what's going on with your cortisol, if it's unbalanced one way or another. And then I want to help you get this cortisol, this stress hormone, under control. I want to help you balance it. We can use stress management programs, dietary changes, potentially essential nutrients that you might need. Some of these things will counter the effects of unbalanced cortisol. So I want to help you with the testing, the guidance, and the accountability, which is huge for people, to have someone there to hold them accountable for the things that they want to do for themselves. And this will help you repair your adrenal system. It's such an amazing healing opportunity. Barry's asking, is it a blood test? Can tell you how much cortisol you have, good or bad? That's a really good question. Thank you for asking that. Yes, we can do, cortisol can be tested through your blood. And actually you can ask your primary care doctor to do this for you. But the best way to measure cortisol is actually through saliva, and it's a home kit, and it's measured at 4 points throughout the day, because I mentioned before that you want your cortisol to be at its high in the morning, its highest level in the morning, not too high, and then slowly come down throughout the day. And so to do this type of a saliva-based, it's called a 4-point diurnal test, we can determine if your cortisol is following the proper patterns. Again, thank you for asking. If anyone else has any other questions, please feel free. And if you're watching the replay, also put your questions in the comment section, and I will definitely come back and answer them. So what I want you to know is that, what we've been dealing with, and we're still dealing with, the COVID situation, is causing a lot of stress, and it could be the cause of some of your health issues. Could be causing your cortisol, your stress hormone, to become out of balance. Cortisol is the captain of the hormonal ship. All of our other hormones will respond to what's going on with cortisol. And so many times in my practice, people I work with, I see cortisol being the main cause, or the initial cause, of this hormonal spiral that happens. So it is absolutely essential that your stress response is happening properly, and that you're not too stressed. All of your other body systems, your hormones, your energetics, your mood, your longevity will all fall into place once your stress hormone is balanced, if that's what the issue is for you, that it's unbalanced. And again, that your stress response is balanced. And I'm here for you. I offer a free consultation just to have a conversation, see if we're the right fit to work together. And at the very least, we can get on the phone or Zoom and just talk about what's going on in your world. Talk about any health struggles that you're having and what your biggest challenge is today. And at the very least, I can offer you some suggestions so that you can get started tackling that and overcoming your challenges. So I look forward to hearing from you. You can leave a comment here or reach out to me on my website, integrativewellnessadvisors.com. And I hope you have a great week. We'll talk to you soon.